This is the Senator Excellence Panorama Date Moon Phase. It's a recent release from this German brand, Glashütte Original. They make beautiful watches, some of the most beautiful watches that I get to film here on my channel. And this one is no exception. This has an embossed frosted texture dial in a salmon color. This has long blued hands, blue coated gold indices, a grand date, a moon phase complication, a 100-hour power reserve movement that is completely in-house and expertly finished. This is a very impressive watch. Thanks to Exquisite Timepieces for lending in this new release. Exquisite is a family-owned Glashutte original authorized dealer in Florida. They're a huge supporter of my channel. I've worked with them for years. I've bought from them multiple times over the years. If you're shopping Glashutte Original or any of the other 60 brands they carry, I recommend them, and a link is below. Now, I hope the details come across well in this video. I always try to do a good job in capturing what a watch would look like outside of a store showroom, just to give some real-world context. But admittedly, it's kind of hard with some watches, and I think this is one of those watches. This has some real presence to it that I think you just have to see in person to fully understand the depth of the quality that's at play here. Now, talking about this movement, this is the 3624 from Glashutte Original. This beats at 4 Hertz. This has a very impressive 100 hours of power reserve and a black polished swan neck regulation system that's set over a hand-engraved balance cock. Now, even in the low 5 figures, you rarely see hand-decorated movements, and so that's, I think, just adding to the value here of this luxury piece. The decoration is top-notch. You can really tell that it's expertly done. I love the contrast of the silver tone, the gold accenting, the heat-blued screws. Mix in the subtle anglage work, the deeply brushed wheels, and this movement just becomes a work of art that I think fills the back of this 40mm watch very nicely. Now, wisely, GO, they've skeletonized the rotor so that a majority of this caliber is always visible, and I think that's just a good move. But to keep enough weight on this rotor, Glashutte Original placed a 21 karat gold weight, and they've affixed it just along the circumference of the rotor with blued screws. With gold being a pretty weighty metal, this is just a solid choice to help out with the functionality of the winding. I also enjoy seeing the purling, the striping, the black polishing. If you read the main plate, you can see that this is 6-position regulated. And because this is part of the Excellence collection, this movement goes through a 24-day long timing test, or nearly a month long timing test, because Glashutte Original, they want to ensure that not only is this movement a work of art to behold, but it needs to be perfectly accurate and reliable. This is a made in Germany product after all. Now, looking at this watch, I'm not quite sure which side of the case that I enjoy looking at more. The dial side and the movement side, they're equally as exciting, but taking a closer look at the dial, this is a galvanized metal base with a deeply embossed frost texture, obviously done in a beautiful rose or salmon color. And here it is next to my own salmon dialed triple calendar moon phase from Brellam. And you can tell that they're similar, but if you notice, the Glashutte Original just has a bit more depth, a bit more light play and reflectivity in their salmon execution. And I attribute that to the embossed frost texture. Now, I enjoy seeing the blue railroad index track. That's a nice traditional element that complements the long hand design and the thin gold Roman numerals that are slightly elongated. Now, GO is well known for doing asymmetrical designs, and this one falls into that camp. The asymmetry works well with the branding placed on the left and the right of the hand stack, and then the main complications set opposite of each other at a diagonal angle. I think this watch is a truly beautiful execution. The impressive part is it's still easy to read at a glance. The hour hand, the minute hand, the second hand, they're nice and long. They catch the light nicely. The blue and the salmon is a decent contrast. And the panorama date is large and easy to use, easy to locate at a glance. The only part of the watch that is not excessively legible would be the moon phase. You kind of have to take a little bit of a closer look to see what phase of the moon this is tracking, but that is certainly not a deal breaker or even a minor annoyance. Now, looking at this watch, I always try to be fair and objective, and I know I've been very positive in this video, but honestly, I can't really think of a negative aspect. The fit, the finish, the movement, the proportions, the complications, the detail work, the execution, it's all top notch. So I hope this doesn't sound like an advertisement, because it's not. But really, I don't see anything egregious that's bothering me that I would want to see changed in the future. Now, Glashutte Original offers 3 different strap styles for this dial. One is a bracelet option, and that would definitely be, my pick if I were buying one of these watches. I'm a huge bracelet fan, and I know that Geo makes a fantastic bracelet with an ingenious quick extension system in the clasp. There's another option for this, and that is blue alligator leather, and that would dress this up nicely, because this watch is versatile enough to where you could dress it down either on the bracelet or this textile or fabric strap. I think, it works as a daily wear type of watch, but when you put it on blue alligator, I don't know, it really goes up in sophistication and it feels more like a dress piece. So it is pretty versatile in that respect. And depending on the strap, the deployant, or the bracelet that you choose, the retail price will range from $12.3 thousand on up to $13.7 thousand, and that is full retail price before any discounting. So again, this is firmly in the luxury price segment, but what a beauty. Even in the low 5 figures, the amount of watch that this German brand delivers, I find easy to appreciate. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Reach out with questions. Like this video if you got something from it. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe. Thanks.